Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. This video is going to be a continuation of the video I filmed yesterday. I just ran out of steam, I had a sore throat. I am feeling incrementally better as the days go by. So yeah, let's show you the gold from the orders that came in. I can't recall exactly what I went through, which is not a great start, is it? Let's be completely frank. I think I've done the grand bars. Yeah, I did the shields. Okay, let's go for it. So yeah, as you know, I've been working with a long-term client of mine and he's been liquidating his collection and other bits have come in. So he had a load of the more specialty things, this being one of them. Some of them are paid over spot, some of them are paid under spot, depending on what it is. Some of it I probably got it wrong. This is an MS64 1967. I'll put 600 on this. I think it's worth every penny at 600. Whether it will sell for that is another matter. Nice coin, very collectible. There's a stage where it was kind of like the Wild West and everyone was grading these left, right and centre and you were getting top pops, and then down the road more coins were coming out because they were just undergraded because they were considered modern. I stayed on the sidelines for that. I had one that come in top pop a long time ago. Absolute fluky. It got bought by another dealer and I just thought, oh, this is going to crash. This is going to be a case of who's holding the baby at the end. I don't like that myself. I have no control over that. That is what it is. But so yeah, one of these come in. I had a 1999 proof. Now the marks you see are actually on the plastic. I'm debating just sending this in for grading. I haven't decided. I paid over spot on this. These are always very hit and miss, but I'll probably take a punt because of the year. It will need conservation. That's fine. But anything in the 90s that I think has a shot, I will certainly grade. The fact that it's in a stamp cover, it's not in the best condition, the stamp cover, to be honest. No, it doesn't really add any value. There was a Australia Sovereign 2013. These are nice. I can't recall what I paid for this actually. Did I write it down? I did write it down, yes. What did I pay? No, I didn't. I wrote it down on a different sheet. The sheet I got in front of me is the other order I had come in because I had a lot come in relatively quickly. I can't recall what I paid for this, but Proved Sovereign, nice coin. There's no box with it, but it does have the COA, so that's kind of cool. I don't mind this. This is okay. Although this is the type of thing, and I'm being really realistic here. I changed my mind on this left, right and centre because some days I like it, some days I don't. I think it's quite quirky, but you ask me another day, I might change my mind on it. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just my mind getting bored of certain things. There was a Commonwealth 1986 £2 gold coin. This is what I would call ruined proof, spoil proof coin, formerly known as proof. Not a problem. You know, I bought it for its gold content. You know, this can't be resolved, but it will sell well just for the CGT aspect of it. As someone who is part Scottish, I don't have a problem with this. It's a very interesting conversation because I was actually speaking to my friends about this a very long time ago, and they were saying, well, who do you support? And I say to people, I support Great Britain. I support all the home nations. And then there's a hierarchy. So if it's England versus Scotland, I support England. But I see some people and they slate the other nations. Oh, they slate England. They don't slate the other nations. It's just like they hate England. And it's like, well, we're here and, you know, that's how it is. But, you know, my father's Scottish. So I don't understand the hatred myself, but it is what it is. And also, you're going to get bigots from all nationalities. It's not just them. It happens all over the world. But I quite like that. It's okay. I've got a crown This is essentially a quintuple. Again, this can't be resolved. This will go for its weight in gold. Doesn't mean it's bad. It doesn't mean it's bad whatsoever. But I have a feeling the gentleman did very well out of this, because if he bought it around the era he was buying, I think he might have made about £1,000 on this, just for this one coin alone. That's my suspicion, and fair play to him. You know, that's what you want. You want people to do well. There was one of these. I don't think I showed you this yesterday. So this is an alternate mint sovereign. This has subsequently been sold, or at least agreed to be sold. Not a problem. There was this set. So this is, you would have seen the sister set. I'm glad I stuck to my guns on this. This is called the Symbols of Freedom set. You would have seen the 10th set, and it's called Ladies of Liberty. So when I got this in, when he offered it to me, he said, it's a nice set. And I offered him a price, and I'm thinking, I didn't see the condition. He just said they were proof. But I thought, might come unstuck here. So I offered him a price that kind of covered the downside, and he declined it. And I was like, okay, fair enough. I said, if you change your mind, and he comes back to me and said, okay, because it's you, I don't mind doing it. I'm glad I stuck to my guns, because otherwise I would be making a loss on these. Heavily handled, so this is now just a bullion coin, which is a shame. It's a real shame. I don't personally believe this can be resolved. I'm pretty sure I saw a scratch on it, or a hairlines on it. Don't mind handled. Handled is resolvable. Is that there? I think it's there. It's a shame. So this will go for a bit above spot, but not by a lot. And then we got this. So this is a 1998 foolproof. I'm gonna show you it outside the cap. See that? By the horse's mouth. This can't be resolved. Now this bit around here, not a problem. The bit by the dragon's head, not a problem. I call that planchet warping. I don't know what the correct term is. That's just the terminology that I came up with. I've seen it a lot from coins from this era. So if someone sent you that, you think, oh, that's a banging coin, you know, great coin. But it's problematic. So this will be sold as a key date, not a key date, a gap filler, sorry. Real shame. It had so much potential with it being a year. Any proof coins from the 90s, they typically do well. But I don't think this is personally resolvable. And that's a real shame. That is a real shame. It's a quite a shame. It's one of those things. So yeah, I'm glad I stuck to my guns on this one. Personally, I don't think it's worth what he thought it was worth. And that's part and parcel of this business. Like sometimes I have clients come in and they say to me, oh, it's worth X, Y, Z. And I say, actually, it's worth... There's never a definitive price point, but you just know it's not worth what they think it's worth. For whatever reason. It could be multiple reasons. It could be that they've seen it online that this one coin has been listed for a couple of grand and it doesn't work that way. Is what it is. But there's a token profit for me in these. It's a shame about the condition. I would love to have sent this for grading. Now I don't mind sending the 999 I showed you earlier for grading, because I think that's got potential, but not so much that one. Again, another 90s. Let's show you the coin. I can't recall looking at this one. Yeah, this is no good. See it by the cape? That's not resolvable, I don't think. Looks good like that. Angles can be really deceptive, you know. Yeah, it's got scratches on, and that's a real shame. It doesn't mean it's going for spot though. It really doesn't. It will maintain a premium just because of the year. I don't know who handled these. I don't know if the gentleman handled these. I know he bought from a local auction. The reason I know that is because one, he told me many moons ago and I have a weird memory, and two, one of them had a sticker on. But yeah, sadly this is not resolvable. Doesn't make it a bad example. It still means there'd be a slight premium in it, but it's not worth what it should be. Like, just by being in that condition, you probably knocked 100 quid off it, 150 quid off it, and that's a real shame. That really is. But it is what it is, and that's part and parcel of my job, unfortunately, or fortunately, whatever way you decide to dice it. There was some halves, so I'll take this one out the box. This is a 2003. Oh, okay, I remember this one. Please do not fall out on me. Cool. So this came loose within. I wouldn't send this in for conservation or grading. Again, it's been handled. Even if it was worth conserving, the year isn't worth conserving. So I found that the coins in the noughties, they don't attract a premium even in the 70s. The premium's really shrunk. The halves, actually, let me rephrase that. The fulls, they don't attract the premiums. The halves still do okay. But it's not worth the aggro. It just isn't worth the aggro. You've got to be paying under spot. I think I paid a little over spot just because of the fact they were proofs. But I said to him, I was like, the coins from the noughties are not what you think they should be. It's all about trends, guys. Like sometimes you'll get eras come in and they're just worth more than others because of mintage and popularity at the time. There was this half which I actually paid him for a full, and I paid him for a 1984. This is a shocking coin. It's a real shame because 1994 is a very hard year to come across. He told me it was a 1984. Again, there's no point. This will be a stopgap for some people. Gap filler. Real shame. There might be a few quid in it for me, which is fine, you know. Most things I get, the margins are very slim. It's only the specialty stock where I typically do well. Real shame about that coin. Rare year. He ended up refunding me for. I don't know how I paid him for a full, because he even said to me, he's like, it's a 1984 half. And I went, okay, cool. And then when I did the numbers, I just misread it, I guess. So I paid him for a full, and I went, oh, I paid you for 40. He went, oh yeah, so you have. I was like, oh damn. He's like, I'll send you it back, don't I? So, and last but not least, and this one isn't for sale. Please do not ask. You would have seen some of these. Let's scroll back a little. So these I needed to take to the bank for. You would have seen these for last time. I've been saving this for sentimental reasons. I bought this. Again, these are not for sale. I'm going to put them to one side. This is an 1860. It's not a year you see often. It's not why I'm putting it to one side, mind you. It's more, I just wanted to build some shields for my reserve, because I'm so sick of being caught short when I pay my tax bill. I haven't got out my overdraft for a couple of months. Make of that what you will. You could say that's me not running my business properly, but equally it's just been so manic. I just can't seem to get out of it. But I don't want to be put in a position again where I'm scrambling around for tax money, because you run the risk of being short with people pot shotting you. And I don't like it when people pot shot me. I've got to the point where I'd much rather not deal with these people. But when you don't run it correctly, sometimes you put yourself in that position. Right, 1860. Let's have a look. So it's a scarce coin, 2.5 mil. I'm not going to look into the rarity of it, like the variety. Sorry. I see a lot of 60s, or over the years I've seen a lot of 60s, but I've not really come across the 60. Condition is not amazing, but again, like if you're looking at coins that old, what are you expecting? If you want a top quality coin from that era, you got to pay top money. I think an MS coin from this year is probably going to set you back I reckon £900,000. I don't know for sure, but that's where my gut would say it would be, because you just don't see them. So we shall see. If anyone wants to check that out, see if I'm right or wrong, like, be my guest. That's not a problem for me. That's just my gut instinct. Sometimes you pick them up on the cheap. You know, it is what it is. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. You can probably see why I didn't want to tack it onto yesterday's video, because I had a sore throat and it's lasted 16.5 minutes. So anyway, take care guys. Bye.